What's up, guys? Welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding. Oh, how I missed saying this over the last couple of weeks, if not more than a month. Yes, I have read all of your comments, messages, DMs about where are the videos, Wesley? We're missing seeing your videos. We want them back. And I understand. I do want to keep uploading, but let me tell you why I haven't been able to upload a lot of videos lately. Well, first of all, most of you guys know that I have 2 children right now, and maybe some of you also know I've started a Dutch YouTube channel. And it's been a busy month with the holidays, recovering post-competition, stuff like this. And all in all, my schedule has been pretty busy, mostly because I already am working quite a lot with coaching, nutrition plans, workout plans, and of course being a professional bodybuilder itself. Balancing that out with family life is not the easiest thing to do in terms of keeping everybody happy. I can't spend all of my hours in the day on bodybuilding because I have a family and I don't want to neglect my children, my girlfriend, etc. So playing a balancing act there can be quite challenging sometimes. But at the same time, I've been missing making videos for my Vintage Genetics, the OG Vintage Genetics channel, which this channel is right here. So I've come up with a solution. I want to upload at least 1 video a week on this channel, and it's going to be Wesley Vissers Raw. Because editing all the videos myself takes up a lot of time, so instead of, digging a lot of time up for editing these videos, I'm actually just going to leave them more raw. So I'm not going to be cutting clips, I'm not going to be removing mistakes of my incredible vocabulary, which I normally don't have a lot of the time. So you'll be seeing all of the good and the bad of Wesley Vissers and just more of the details, which some of you might actually enjoy. Now, I also put subtitles on all of my Dutch YouTube videos at Wesley Vissers NL, so you can still follow the neatly edited videos over there with subtitles, and they are very, pretty much 95% accurate, so you're gonna understand pretty much everything that I'm saying in that video. AI is pretty amazing nowadays, so the subtitles are available. So even though I speak Dutch, on YouTube, you can click on the CC button and you can actually access the subtitles there in English. So, most of all, I want to thank you guys so very much. Just look at the subscriber count. 531,000 people are subscribed to this channel, which to me is incredible because I started the Dutch YouTube channel up and it has literally 1% of the subscribers of this YouTube channel. Did someone just call me or not? No. All right. So I now realize how difficult it is to increase your subscriber count when you're just starting out and you're making niche bodybuilding content without being a famous influencer type person, which I am not. I like to provide information. I like to show people how I train and what happens behind the scenes of a professional classic physique bodybuilder. Is this sharpened? Is this in focus? Let me check. I think it is. Hopefully it is, because I'm 4 minutes in by now. Anyway, the last thing I want to say that I want to thank you guys so much for sticking around and wanting to watch the videos. And whenever I open my phone, I see those YouTube notifications of this channel of people asking me where the videos are or, missing the videos and even commenting on my older videos. Because people still watch them. So that's why I'll be starting up this basically series, this raw series. So you'll be seeing what I eat, what I do in the training, my supplementation, etc. And I'll just be explaining a lot. So the videos will be a little longer, but more informative and more raw. So you'll be seeing more of my family life as well. At least that's the plan. So let me know down in the comments what you think, what kind of stuff you want to see, but most of it will be just Days in the Life of Wesley Vissers, where I explain everything pretty much that I do, or simply show what I do. And if you want to know why I do them, ask me down below and I'll include it in the next video. And just to give a short summary of what has been happening. So I, of course, did the Olympia, #7 in the world, which is an incredible accomplishment. And I'm very proud of it. I mean, saying that you're #7 in the world is just amazing to me. So I've already beat myself in that. I was #8 before, #7 now. A week later, I did Romania Pro and qualified for the Olympia of next year, or this year actually, 2024, which is going to be on October 12, I believe, at least in October. So it's a month earlier than last year, which makes the prep and the off season in general shorter. But I won't just be doing the Olympia this year. I'll also be doing multiple different shows, like the Arnold Classics, at least the Ohio Arnold Classic and the UK Arnold Classic. Both are invite-only competitions, so I'm very happy and I appreciate it a lot that I've been invited for those shows. And I think next to the Olympia, the Arnold Classic, those are the kind of shows that I need to do, as I know exactly how to pose like a true old school bodybuilder. And I think Arnold Schwarzenegger himself will appreciate the posing routine that I'll be doing, because at the Olympia, you need to be in the top 5 to do your posing routine. And if you're not in the top 5, you simply show up to the finals, do a few comparisons, and you go back home, basically. And but at the Arnold Classic, I think it's at least the top 10, so which I'll be in for sure, but I'll also be for sure in the top 5. But my goals are a bit higher than that this time, guys, and I'll be showing you a package you've never seen before. Striations upon fullness as well. And so I'll be doing those shows, and there will also be a Dutch show coming up in July, and I will be there, and who knows, maybe I'll also be competing there. Of course, a Dutch show locally, why not? And yeah, so that won't give me a whole lot of off-season time to improve. At the same time, I'm very close to the weight limit, so taking a year off-season would kind of be a waste of time, basically, if you don't fit it in with some competitions, because you could be growing a lot, but in the end, you'll have to lose that weight anyway to make the weight cap. So I don't have that much more muscle to be able to grow, or to have to grow to beat a lot of the top guys, in my opinion. So a very, inspirational year this is going to be, because I'll be doing a lot of high-end shows, which will be amazing, and all that content will, I'll do my best to show it on this channel, but for sure on my Dutch YouTube channel, Wesley Vissers NL, again, subtitled completely, will be shown there. Anyway, I've been rambling about for 8 minutes. Let's train. Alright, so the first movement is going to be that chest press. I'll be doing quite a lot of warm-ups on there. But one little tip I can give you is, as you can see right here, putting this pad in the lower back allows you to sit in a more of a decline position. And it takes away a bit of the front delts, just makes it a more natural way of, using the arms to contract, squeeze, and stretch the chest. And give it a shot. If you have a chest press like this, that's normally a flat press, just add a little pad like this and it'll make a world of difference. So I'm going to do a lot of warm-ups here and then go to the working set, which you'll see very soon. So I'm going to be using my phone and my professional camera alternatingly, because in walking between sets I can't really take my tripod with me the whole time, so excuse the difference in quality. But hey, still a Samsung S23 Ultra, should be quite good, right? Anyway, as you can see right here, walking in between the sets. So literally, every warm-up, I do 1 lap around the gym, but this is already the 2nd lap because I'm talking. So that's what I like to do to get my steps in. I can easily get 3,000 to 4,000 steps within a training session. It's of course easier when the gym is quite empty like this, but you know, it's very easy. You can see the rack. I just walk around there once for every warm-up, and at least for 2.5 minutes straight after every working set. So that's what I like to do. Anyway, let's keep working. Alright, final warm-up is about to be done, and the more warm-ups I do, for example, I start out very light, I do 10 plus reps, but the last warm-up is only like 2 to 3 reps. It's kind of like a feeling set more than actually a warm-up, because yes, you're warming up the muscles, but you're mostly getting used to a heavier weight, you know, neurologically or mentally, psychologically, to you know, to know which weight you're going to attack for a working set. Because all the warm-ups, they don't cause any muscle growth, yet they are essential as an indirect effect for muscle growth. Because without the warm-ups, and you get started on the working set right away, you would tear off all your muscles, you would get injured. So they are needed, yet it's only the working sets that are actually causing the muscle growth to occur. So yeah, let's get these steps in and go to work. It's almost kind of, you know, nervousness that you get before doing a working set like this. Always on your mind, am I going to get injured or not, or what is it going to do? But you shouldn't think like that, because, you know, you should have fun during the workouts. Don't get dragged down to thoughts like that. Have fun, get an enormous pump, beat the logbook. That's what the bodybuilding life is all about. Ah! Wow, so as you saw, that was quite challenging. From the first rep it was really quite difficult, but I'm not going to failure on this, because I'll be doing 5 working sets here. This has been a great big debate the last year or so. Should you go to failure? Should you do high volume? What's the best for growth? Well, I'm going to be more elaborate on this in a separate video, but for now, I'll just say for me personally, if I would go to failure right now, I would not be able to uphold the set quality in the next sets, because I would have to drastically lower the weight for the same amount of reps, and I would not be able to, you know, do the same kind of sets basically, I would not be able to recover quick enough. And at the same time, I would risk more injury because the closer you get to failure, the less perfect your form will be, the more your form slips, the different will the execution be in terms of which muscles are involved. The precise angle you've been doing the exercise at will change. So instead of focusing fully on your chest, your delts will start to become more involved, you know, not on purpose, but because you're getting close to failure. You know, it all starts to fall apart slowly, especially when you actually get to failure. Then you might be using different muscles that you don't intend to train at that moment, which might also not be used to the weight you're doing at the moment, which would cause pains, you know, nagging pains here and there, or actually injuries. And, you know, with the combination of slow recovery, more risk of injury, and not actually making more gains because you won't be able to do this much volume, in my opinion, you should not always go to failure, but perhaps save it for the last set. Working set 2, a little less weight, just 15 kilos less. Let's go. Oh man, it's quite challenging, but the pump is already immense, guys. Just working set number 2. Oh yeah, I haven't even mentioned that, I am doing the R Classic, which I did mention, but I didn't mention that I've already been in prep for over 2 weeks now. I went from about 120 kilos to 117, so 3 kilos already down, and only 4.1 kilos away from my weight limit, but 6 kilos away from my weight goal target. Because as I mentioned, I want to get skull face shredded. Oh yeah. All right, same working set weight of the third working set, because the second one went quite smoothly without any resistance other than the muscle resistance. So yeah, let's do this. Lactic acid. You. Alright, so incline machine bench press time. I like to put this seat, this bench on the least possible incline, so just one notch up from flat. So it hit the upper chest, but not as much front delts. Just 2 warm-ups here before you move on to the working set. As you can also see, I like to put my grip not as wide as before. So when you go all the way down, your wrist is stacked on your elbow. And also go all the way down and not all the way up, to keep the tension on the chest and not on the joints. There. Ooh. Ah, yeah. So, finally, it's warm enough to take off the jacket, the Olympia jacket. It's around 0 degrees outside, Celsius, 11 degrees inside, so you gotta have some pump in you before taking off the jacket, of course. And the pump is definitely there. The conditioning also, luckily. I stayed quite lean, since Romania, basically. Had around 6 to 8 weeks of recovery / lean bulk phase, and then we went straight back into the competition prep for the Arnold's. And the pump is here. Of course, carbohydrates are lower, but I did take a nice pre-workout, Crank Pump Pro, combined with Crank. So a stimulant-based and a non-stimulant-based combination with a lot of citrulline for that incredible pump. Anyway, let's go for the last working set here, guys. And let's hope the bar doesn't hit this microphone this time, so a little bit. Yeah. Ew. Oy, 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 oy. So another reason why I don't really hit failure is obviously during prep recovery is less. You literally are in a caloric deficit, so there's no extra calories to recover from. So why dig yourself a hole you literally can't get out of with the calories that you have, because I'm losing weight. My body is burning, not building right now. So I want to maintain muscle mass, so that's why I'm doing the working sets close to failure, but not at or beyond failure. Let's do some pumping-tastic pec decks. come in. I like to do this nice and controlled, not too quick, because it's an isolation movement. So it's only the chest working. So because you want to finish it off, you don't want to do it too quickly, because then you will involve other muscles, such as the front delts, too much, which is not something you want if you want to focus on the chest. 2 more sets of this. You're ready. Just a few partials there, literally just 2. Just a little bit extra stimulus without too much fatigue, and an isolation movement as a last chest movement, which even during prep, at the beginning of prep, should be a possibility. Now it's time for the triceps. Alright, so that's the triceps. My first movement, the V-bar push down. You know, I saw, what's this guy's name? Michael Cruzo from Croatia, I believe, do this movement. And we all know how incredible his arms are. And I saw him do it in the exact way I did it. And I've done it a lot in the past, but I didn't do it because supposedly, well, actually, it doesn't really make a lot of sense if you look at the elbow joint and how it doesn't move along with the shape of the handle. But still, it just feels great. Sometimes you just gotta go with what feels great and doesn't give you any injury. So that's what I'm doing. And yeah, it just feels amazing. Great pump. Let's keep going. Set number 3. One more. Alright, last one is the side delts. Always like to do those after chest and triceps just to finish them off. 3 good high volume sets with quite heavy dumbbells nowadays. But it's quite easy to get above 20 reps with 20 plus kilo dumbbells. And if you can, you should, because the more weight you can use with the more volume, the better the growth will be. Alright, we just got done training and now it is of course time for the post-workout meal. We have the rice flour here. I just heated it up again in a microwave. I always make this before the workout, which I'll show you exactly next time, of course. And a detailed video will be coming soon. We have the frozen fruit. So let's just put that on there right now. So I put the frozen fruit in this container at home. Then I go to the gym, obviously, leave this outside of the fridge so it's not completely frozen. And I'm going to put on the delicious whey drip. Let me show you. All right, here we go. This whey drip is comprised of designer whey protein, 80 grams for now. As the study literature said, you can uptake a lot more protein post-workout. So I just increased it by 15 grams because it's delicious, it's more effective, and why not? If I notice anything negative or if I can't lose that final bit of fat, yes, I'll remove it, but I doubt that'll happen. Just look at that. Perfection. And by the way, oops, you guys can follow me at Wesley Vissers on Instagram if you want to see this on a daily basis with different combinations, different flavors, and more explanations on how to make it. But basically this is just a mixture of water and designer whey to create this perfect, consistently, beautifully dripping whey drip. Here we go. This is the final result. Just putting it here behind my computer. I'm gonna be working a little bit, eating this, and then go home. Alrighty, we are now at home and it's time to make the meal after the post-workout meal. I like to leave around an hour or so in between that meal and the next meal, so this is going to be meal number 3. So I'll be preparing some vegetables for this. Mama is boven, Dex. I'll prepare some vegetables for this, so zucchini, carrot, and eggplant. These are all low-fat vegetables. Normally I would add some mushrooms or some bell peppers, but we are out, so I'm going to combine these into here, and then I'll have a nice batch for a few meals to go. And in here is my carb source and a little bit of vegetables. We have some sweet potato mash and some cauliflower mash and some broccoli mash. Combining this, and this will be the exact same thing for the next meal as well. So, 150 grams of sweet potato. This is not a lot because I do want to cut down. I want to be very successful with striated glutes everywhere. So we're going to cut down the carbs quite quickly. But yeah, I'm going to cut this up and let me show you the end result of all of this. All right, so it's done. I'll cut up into nice cubes. So this is the mixture of carrot, eggplant, and zucchini. A nice Tupperware container full. And I like to take about 250 grams of this with every single meal. And after creating the meal, I also add a bit of cucumber. But of course, the protein source we're going to check out right now. But before checking the protein, someone needs to go to bed. Little Lara. And yes, you might notice a little blood over there because she hit her head very hard on the counter, actually the corner of the table, and she had to go to the emergency room to get it not stitched but actually glued. So little Lara needs to be careful, so she needs to sleep to fully recover. Just a little teeth brushing and some water, and she's ready to go. Huh? Laraatje. Oh, Lara. Oh, Laraatje. They want to see us smile. Ah, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh. All right, so Lara is now in her bed. Dexter is being put to bed by Marley, and of course, wearing the blue light blocking glasses. When they go to bed, I start wearing these glasses, telling me it's in about 3 to 4 hours, it's about bedtime for me. But it's time for something else, because always an extra cardio is cleaning up a little bit of the mess that the children leave behind. But hey, I still need to take, well, you can't see, but that's 2,000 more steps. Let's do this. All right, on to the protein source, which is going to be 300 grams of chicken. As you can see, these are frozen pieces, but I already put them in the pan. They will be done very quick. The vegetables are in the pan as well. And this is done already. Now this is the actual bag of chicken. As you can see, inner chunk fillets. It says flash fried, but it doesn't add any fat.
flash fried is simply a very quick way to prepare this chicken. And this is 2.5 kilos of already cooked and prepared chicken. It has 3 grams of fat per 100 grams, which is almost negligible compared to regular chicken. But I'll replace this near the end of the prep with cooked chicken. So you also have bags like this, but little cubes, and it's called cooked chicken, which is about 1.5 grams of fat. So every little bit counts. But let me show you the end result of this meal. Alrighty, so this is meal number 3. The next meal will be the exact same, and the final meal you will also see, but it will contain a bit more fat. But I love this meal. As you can see, the chicken was already cooked, but I like to stir fry it in a pan for that little extra caramelization without adding any fats. The cooking spray that I like to use is simply, this one, or a literal baking spray for all kinds of purposes, but these are amazing to coat the pans in, and then they will be non-sticky for sure. And also make sure to get some good pans. I buy new ones every few months to make sure they are non-sticky. Allows you to use less fat, lots of vegetables in here, high quality protein, high quality carbs. Let's enjoy. Let's end this video in high definition. So the batteries were dead, which is why the last previous clips were all with my beautiful phone. But let me show you the last meal of the day before heading to bed. It's around 10:30 right now, so I'll be in bed around 11. But this is the final meal. Let's check it out. So this is meal number 5. Normally I would have 6 meals, but depending on how the day goes, I might have 5 meals to just up the protein in the last 2 meals. Really no big deal, as those meals are mostly protein and veggies anyway. But this is scrambled egg, 350 grams of egg whites and 3 whole eggs, scrambled with half a red onion and a little bit of zucchini. And the extra protein added is these 2 grilled chicken breasts. These are the exact same brand as the chicken you saw before, also pre-cooked. I just like to heat them up like this for the extra caramelization, as I said before. And I also took some extra supplements, which I'll talk to you more about in the next video. But for now, guys, that was this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to do one of these every single week and give you more proper updates on the prep as well. So actually starting in the morning, weighing myself, doing the cardio, etc., to show you guys exactly what's going on during the prep. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Leave a comment for the algorithm, of course. Keep the channel alive and growing. It'll motivate me to keep doing more of these videos, as they do take still some time to record and to put together and to upload and etc. But I love doing it, as this has been what I've been doing since 2016 already. Once again, don't forget to stay golden.